Hey guys, good to see you again. Welcome back to another Kaehler Core short exercise routine. So I'm going to go through 4 exercise movements. We're going to work on deadlifts, what I call gorilla squats, side deadlifts, and then deadlift push-ups. So we're going to go through these 4 movements, do about 10 reps of each. I do slow control movements just to get the most out of the exercise. I'll kind of show setup positions where the bands go and the foot pins are. So this first exercise, we're going to do a straight deadlift. So I have my purple and red band around the footboard tube and the handle. I have the band anchor pins facing me. So both sides, top and the bottom, are both facing me. So I'm going to step on both plates. You got to make sure your toes are all the way into the plate. And then I'm going to pull the moving tube up until I can reach the handle. So I'm going to put my hands on both band anchor pins. Okay. So again, if you're going to use additional resistance, you could put it on the outside of the handles. Today I'm just doing a little bit lighter movement, just for demonstration purpose. So I'm just going to drop down into a deadlift. So I'm going to pull all the way up and through. The higher we pull up, the more resistance you get, the more action we get on the trunk. So again, we're always building spine control or column core control. So the stronger your spine becomes as a controlling system or a column, the more power you're going to get, less injuries you're going to sustain, and you're going to increase your performance. So here, the higher you pull, the more trunk activation you're going to feel. You just feel more abdominal work going on. The other beautiful thing about this column core positioning is we have the work line this far away from the spine, so we're really getting, the requirement is you need a lot more abdominal activity here. So on a straight deadlift, our work line is much closer to the body when you're using weights, so there's less activation requirement on the abdominal or front side spine control system. You're always going to work your back paraspinals. They're very strong in most humans because we use the survival system as our primary movement system. Back gets tons of work as a mover, but not as much as a controlling system. Again, slow calculated movements, good way to work on developing this trunk control. Here I'm also getting good grip work. It's a small grip work. Okay, now I'm going to switch. I'm going to actually turn the machine upside down. So I'm going to rest it on the pins. We're trying to keep the column vertical so we avoid forward and back movement. And this might be a little light, so you could always add an extra resistance band on here. And I'm just going to be pushing straight down. So feet are a little bit wider apart, more like a squat position. I'm going to pause and hold. So again, with this work line well in front of the spine, requires much more abdominal activation, so this is another great supplement. Our goal is to holistically not move the spine from the Adam's apple to the tailbone as we're moving the arms and legs around that. So I see I'm swaying a little bit with the column core system. So if you're a coach and you have athletes using the Kaehler Core, you can actually coach them, and you can use the column system as visual feedback, whether you're the athlete or the coach. And you can also reach out. So sometimes I'll grab on the top and just pull down. But again, the front pin one's here this way. I'll turn, do a couple more this way. Again, just keep the column lined up with our nose and belly button. And my face is pretty close to the tube. My feet are about roughly a footprint away from the column as I'm setting up on the machine. I'll do one more. down. So now we're going to work on some single leg, straight leg deadlifts. So I'm going to go back down, put the foot plates on the ground so that the flat part is laying flat on the ground. I'm going to actually have to turn the pins on the opposite side. So take the bands off, spin the moving handle around 180 degrees, put the resistance back on. Now in this case, I'm going to actually step on both plates. So my ankle is either directly through, so if I turn it this way, kind of line up with my ankle. You step back to make sure you can see that. And I'm going to reach in front and grab onto the front pin. Okay. So again, squat position, make sure your feet are secure onto the plate, and we're just going to stand up. So now we're doing a unilateral straight leg deadlift, deadlift. And you can do a little extra pull if you want a little bit more tension on here. So now we're going to work on spine control from a side bending standpoint, and we want to make sure that we're trying to keep our spine from side bending as we do the lift. So if you're doing single leg deadlifts, one of the errors that comes up is people will side bend to a deficit side. So this is going to work on any asymmetries you have, left and right. We always want to make sure our head is up. So when we lift, visual line should be basically where the ceiling and the wall meet, about 8 feet up. That keeps our spine in extension, or what I call anatomical position, really. And I'm going to shoot a couple reps from the side so you can see the side angle. You can turn it real quick. Again, I'm going to reach in front of the column and grab onto the front pin. And again, this kind of pacing is pretty good. You know, one of the things with the Kaehler Core training that I've found from using it for so many years is we want to try to increase the time under tension, meaning the time we're holding the resistance through the body, specifically the spine and the extremities. This helps us build spine control when we start to move faster, like in our sport or activity. So this is a fundamental foundation builder. Get a nice slow movement. I'm pulling up here. Okay, so just work both sides. Now we're going to work on some pull downs. So I'm going to flip this back over. Again, we're going to have the pins. These are facing you when they're on the floor. So I'm going to do some single arm squat downs. I'm going to work on flat. So this is a wide grip position. The other ones were short grip. This is a wide grip. So we're kind of hitting the grip in different hand positions. And that's it. So that's a quick routine. Kind of supplements weightlifting if you're going to do it. It's a great exercise without weights as well. and it'll enhance your ability to control the spine when you're starting to put more load. If you do heavier lifting, or if you're just lifting objects, or doing kind of even functional training like CrossFit or Spartan racing, the ability to keep that spine stable and make it a controlling system will enhance your performance and significantly cut your injuries. That's what we find with all our Kaehler Core customers. And so I'm just trying to share this with you, and hopefully you enjoyed the routine, and I look forward to seeing you on the next exercise video.